Hola, señorita.
You're listening to DJ Waynehead, ASAP, D-Day, MJY, The Movers and Shakers Show on Texas 101 Jams.
Somewhere that you and me can get to know each other better. Since the presence in this room.
Texas 101 Jams,
Yes,
Movers
sir.
and Shakers, DJ Waynehead,
D-Tay.
JY.
And we in here with
CHOZ1N.
Hey, the hidden jewel, the diamond in the rough, the one that was never really, chosen for popularity, never really chosen for the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? The outcast.
Okay.
So, being the fact that with the musical talent and just the ear for music, that just started to rise. It's like, hey, I was chosen to do this.
Oh, so you was along with JY here. You wasn't that hooper then, huh?
Yeah.
Couldn't hoop.
That's what he said. Yeah, you can say that, man. So it was, just vibing the music and just letting that, what's the word I'm looking for? Capture, me,
Gotcha.
pretty much what it is.
How old were you when that singing bug hit you, man?
Man, you know what? I was coming out of 8th grade.
No doubt. No doubt.
I was coming out of 8th grade. And that's when I realized that's what it's always.
I was gonna ask. What was her name?
Always.
What was her name?
I remember.
You don't want to shine no light on.
Do that. It's funny you asked that too because she followed me on Facebook.
Come on now.
And so it's funny because I was like. I saw her picture or whatever, I got in a comment, and I said, man, what do you know? It's the first girl I ever sung to. And so there's this girl named Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Shout out Kim.
Shout out Kim.
In 8th grade.
Started a whole little thing.
I'm trying to tell you. So,
yeah, with a name like Kim.
Yeah, so it was, first up I started singing, of course, like I just got to telling you, like I miss groups, like, back then, you had Bell DeVoe, and you New Edition.
Yeah,
New Edition was like the
go.
biggest group back then. And then it split off, of course, y'all know how that go.
Yeah.
It split off into like, what 3 different acts?
Who'd you run to first?
Ralph. Yeah, it was Ralph. Because Ralph had, Ralph was the one that had the it factor. You know what I'm saying? So it was like all of them, and he was the most noticeable voice.
I can see you up there. I see you up there singing to Kim, saying "You Need a Man."
But you know what? That wasn't the song that I did. That was the one that I did was when Bell DeVoe came out. The center that tell me when will I see you smile again.
Hey,
There you go.
I need to carry him around with me like that.
hey, yeah, for real.
That was it, dude. That was the one I hit. That was the one I hit in school all the time. It was like every time somebody said sing, it was like that was the one.
There you go.
But besides like New Edition and all them, who were some of your other musical influences?
Man, then that's when Boys to Men came out.
Oh man.
So you sang.
Yeah, so that's been, man, that's been.
Man, when Boys to Men came out, you had to sing.
Yeah.
That was the group that I mimicked like all of their styles.
Wow.
Like I mimicked, like I learned from them. I learned how to write. It was Boys to Men. Of course, it was Babyface. Babyface with the Tender Lover.
Yeah.
Come on.
When just everybody that was like from LaFace, like LaFace Records. Like I would like. I mean, that was the biggest thing. Like you had like Babyface. Of course, you had L.A. Reid and Pebbles. It's like they had like all of the heartfelt R&B like back in the '90s. Like all they groups, like As Yet. You had As Yet. They came from LaFace.
Yeah.
Of course, TLC.
Was it Tony over there too?
And I don't know if Tony was
No.
Oh, Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton. Yeah. Tony Braxton. Like, because so you know who was running that machine.
Yeah.
So you had, like I said, Babyface, L.A. Reid, Pebbles, but Babyface to me was like one of the driving forces behind all that music. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard that Tender Lover and like all of that, man, it was like that stayed in my ear. But like I said, what got me was Boys to Men. That's what like started me with like writing. But then the Bell DeVoe, of course, is what put me in the door to be like, oh, I can do a little bit. And then, but then when that Man, shoot, when it slowly my eyes begin to see.
Yeah.
When that came out, it was over. It was over. And then I wound up getting a hold of Cooley High Harmony, and I learned the whole tape.
For real.
So like I said, when it was 8th grade, and 8th grade is what sparked it. But then it was 9th grade was when I got like really into, taking it serious. Cause then I got in the choir. And like when you pick electives or whatever from 1 grade to from middle school to high school or whatever, you get into that, man. Like the week before school started, so my choir director, she called me, man. Miss Galloway, she called me, and she was like, "Well, I just want to get a piece of your voice and see what it's like." And it was like, so I sung a little bit over the phone. And I'm sitting up here geeking and everything, like, man, I'm finna be in the choir, I'm finna all that. So she was like, trying to tell me like where she see me at. And after that, man, it started from there. And that's when you're in 9th grade. And back in the 90s, you get in there with other people that sing. That's when you start your groups.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Okay, let me ask this.
You kind of get spoiled with that.
How many groups were you in before you became chosen?
I was in like 3 groups. So the first group that I got into was this group called Mixed Emotions. And Mixed Emotions consisted of me, my boy Dre, my boy Louis Garza. May you rest in peace. And my boy Jesus Fonseca. It was 2 of us, 2 Melanoids.
I was gonna say that's what it mixed. Okay,
gotcha. 2 Melanoids and 2 Mexicans. Man, dude, I'm telling you that from Luis was like one of the ones that like helped everybody train their ear, because he played. They was with Tejano.
They were musicians.
So they was musicians. You know what I'm saying? Man. So he would be the one that writes the songs. And so he wrote this one song, and we was all in choir together. It was me, Dre, and Luis was in choir together. Jesus wasn't in choir, but Jesus and Luis were cousins. So one day we were like, I want to see something, try something. So we in the practice room, and he had this song that he wrote, and so he like gave everybody their part, and so we was like, okay, that works. So we did that, and then we had another couple of friends. They used to have this thing called spaghetti dinner. And in choir, so like your parents come in and all that, and so they do all that stuff, and we have a concert, and our choir director was like, you can try out to do an act. So all of us tried out. At first it was more, so I have to back up a little bit. It was more of us. It was me, my boy Danny, my boy Luis, Jesus, and Dre. It was 5 of us at first.
Okay.
So we get up there, we do it. That was back then when Shot came out, and all of that, And Luis was the one, like I said, Luis was the one. Exactly.
I couldn't sing it though.
Was the one that like helped everybody learn their part. But as choir progressed, you start learning, your key signatures. You start learning your spaces and really how to do it.
The technical part of it.
Yeah, the technical. Start learning some theory. So man, by the time we got to like 10th grade, it was like everybody knew who Mixed Emotions was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all was popping then.
Yeah. So like as far as the second group came after we graduated, it wound up being I don't know if y'all know Dre Tovin from here.
Yeah,
Dre
Tovin.
I heard the name.
Yeah, you probably heard Zaytoven, but I'm talking about
Dre Tovin.
Yeah, Dre
Tovin.
Yeah, Dre Tovin. Man, so we all basically went to the same school. So it was Dre Tovin. I don't know what his name was when he got in this group, but it was Anthony from Mason Road, and it was a group out here, Anthony from Mason Road, and my younger brother. We just put together a little group, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so we wound up doing some things. That was like practice to get how to be an artist or whatever. So things got rolling. We started getting a little exposure in the studio, and Dre Tovin was making songs. We was writing songs and stuff like that, and I mean it was just one of them things. And so after I left that group, it was I went to PV. So PV stand up, PVAM, PV. So I was in a group then called True Blend. So it was 4 of us. It was me, my boy Donnell, my boy Mike, and my boy Hosea. And dude, it was like practice every night, you know, such and such, this
So
little hall
now you
over
really
in
trying to
Harrington
do it.
Science. We was like, hey, if y'all know PV, y'all know about the Harrington Science Hall. So, you know, we was over there at Harrington Science. And so we was practicing there, and then we did the MasterCard. So, I mean, the growth just kept going.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
That's real.
back up one more time.
Yeah, man. Another group.
So when Mixed Emotions was going, I gotta give a shout out to these guys, man. So we had some younger brothers. So I know y'all know Brian Angel.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Mixed Emotions was
somebody
was
just
going
worked
on,
closely with Brian Angel.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when Mixed Emotions was doing their thing, we was in high school. Of course, when they was coming up, they was in middle school. So it was so my boy was like, hey, it's this kid over here at Wells Middle School. Man, y'all gotta hear this dude. Like, so we wound up going over there one day, and we was like, how the heck this dude singing dog in the jungle, the mighty jungle, and putting like runs and stuff in this song? Like, who is this
Killing
kid?
it,
Like,
huh?
it was like, dude, he was killing. I'm talking about this dude was like Lil Wanye, and that was Brian.
Yeah.
Like, and ever since then, man, we
You wanna know
was
something? I could swear that when we did that damn video, he was singing that damn song at the damn video shoot. I'm gonna pull up the voice because I got it on my phone.
Man, I'm telling you,
In the
man,
video.
it's history, dude. And you know, just seeing them dudes, man, it was like, you know, and he had a group. They had a group back in the day called Passion. So it was him. It was Just Touch. Y'all know who Just Touch is. He's another artist out here. And he's another artist out here. Rob V. He's another artist out here, man. Those are like my younger brothers, man. We all came up Northside Houston.
Come on,
you know,
Northside.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Northside
stand
Houston.
up.
Sorry, ASAP not here to rep y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm sorry if I'm over here putting all that out there, man, but it gotta be heard. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let y'all know.
This is history right here,
You know,
y'all.
this history lesson right here, man. Everybody had humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much where it came. That's the road from how I got from where I am to CHOZ1N.
So my bad, Wayne.
Go.
So being in these groups, how did you transition into becoming this solo artist?
Man, it's like you find out what part that you play in a group. You know, you find out what part you play and how to contribute. You know?
Okay.
So, like I said before, I was listening to all of the greats, mimicking their style and how they in their penmanship and you know, just learning different things. So part of mine was writing. Everybody pretty much in the group could write, but see, I learned a lot of my writing from Mixed Emotions.
Gotcha.
You know, being able to do a lot of that with it, and then, man, like I said, you know, just practicing every day. You know, your vocals and being in choir really helped a whole lot. Because by the time I was a senior in choir, I was in like 3 different choirs. So, you know, I was like juggling 3 different choirs, like madrigal choir, boys ensemble, concert, pop choir.
You musician.
So it was like, yeah, so, you know, it got serious. So being in all them groups and just being around music, dude, it's like you can't help but get pulled into the orbit of learning.
Also being able to be a mentor for other people too.
Exactly. And that's something I really don't mind doing. I mean, I enjoy doing it because I like being able to see how far other people, you know, can get to, you know, passing down the knowledge. That ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't nothing for me, you know. I don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
How big would you say ego played into being in groups?
Luckily,
Good question.
the groups that I was in, well, for Mixed Emotions, because Mixed Emotions was such a heartfelt group, and that was the one that
That was your first one.
Yeah.
The first
That
one.
Baby, that's your baby.
The majority of my growth came from Mixed Emotions. Everybody played their part. Like, you didn't have a bass player, you didn't have a bass singer trying to sing tenor.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, everybody really got along. You know, we created a brotherhood, and you know, at one point in time, it was like, you know, dude, why you keep singing this part? Like, this is, dude, the reason why you doing this, no one else can hit these notes. Like,
Gotcha,
you know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? It was like, no one else can hit your highs. Like, I know you probably want to
Y'all
sing,
recognize
lead on
each
the
other's
verse, but it was
strengths.
like, yeah, you recognize the strengths and the weaknesses, and then you build certain things, and you get these stories, and what really did it. Y'all, I know y'all remember Astro World.
Yes.
So here's the story.
Bringing it back.
Y'all remember when Astro World had this little
Travis
studio
Scott.
over there across from the Looping Starship?
Hey, that was what is that? Because it had like a name like 97.9, but it was like
It was some.
Oh,
I forgot what it was. But it was some studio. Yeah. So
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
yeah.
we had. So we had.
It went down in that studio.
Man.
We on
So
live, yeah.
They had this little studio, like a recording studio. So we wound up going to Astro World one day, and it was one of the back in the day when people was just throwing up saying, I got a record company. So it was like this one record company that we was supposed to go holler at. But we was kids, we was excited, you know what I'm saying? So we go in the studio, and we said, man, we just gonna get like an hour real quick. So we go in the hour, we go do It's So Hard to Say Goodbye. So we go in the studio, we in there, we doing it. We come out the studio, it's a gang of people, like all outside of the
Y'all got
studio,
audience
because
now.
they thought that Boyz II Men was in the in the studio.
Oh, shit.
They thought Boyz II Men was in there recording,
No
and
doubt.
when they looked, and they was like, man, where all these people came from? And they were like, man, we trying to see when Boyz II Men was. We just shut up, we didn't say nothing. We was like, dog, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
So that
As
after
you like,
you know,
then you like, oh, we can really do this.
yeah, we can really do this. So it was like ever since
we
then, it
boys,
was like,
we got that. We about
so
to turn it up.
yeah, right. So ever since then, it was like each and every one of us was like, no matter how old you get, no matter where you go, this is what's in you, and that's pretty much it.
You know something I like, man, I'm looking through your videos, it's like a movie. It was like a movie. Like every video I watched of you, damn near, it was like, it had a plot,
Yeah.
Theme.
like a theme, and it was amazing, especially the one when when you pulled out the gun and
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, and then it had credits. I was like,
Man, I gotta give a shout out to my videographer. That's Frankenland Films. Man, he did both my videos, and that's like my go-to guy, because I can sit down and tell him what my vision is and be like, hey dude, I want to do this right here, and I'll just leave it with him. And then I'll be like, by the time we come back to get ready to shoot, it's like, this is pretty much exactly what I envisioned, and
it was amazing. I was just like, damn, I like the videos. The videos are dope. You know, sometimes you throw together a video, one room, you know, but it was really dope, bro.
Pretty nice.
Well, speaking of videos,
all right.
and speaking of in like with you, how do you explain to a woman that you're just in like with her?
All right, so
Wow.
ask the R&B artist, huh?
That's a
Ask the artist.
question.
I mean,
Hey baby,
You
I was just
can't-
singing that song to you. I ain't
I'm gonna
really
tell you
mean
like
what I
this.
said.
I'm gonna tell you like this. This is exactly because that's exactly how I met. You know the one. You know when I met. I met my one. And
Okay.
the first thing I had talked to her, and I was like, I wonder if I can get your number, because you look like somebody I could be alike with. I ain't finna sit up here and shoot no smoke.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not finna sit up here and shoot no smoke to you like.
Be like, baby,
Like-
I told you,
like-
I like you.
Yeah, like I had to make it sound,
Okay.
a little bit more
So-
real, because love at first sight. How often does that happen?
So is that your way of saying, I want to kick it with you, but just kick it without no commitment, no strings attached?
Until we
I mean,
figure
it
out
was just
something else.
basically, pretty much like what my man was saying right
Gotcha.
here. It's just like, man, I'm letting you know you're on my radar. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like I got eyes for you, and I
Gotcha.
don't know what this can be, but you play your cards right.
But right
and
now,
light
I'm really
turn
like
somewhere
with you.
else. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how it was. Like, if you think about it, it ain't coming on too strong,
Nah.
and it ain't letting you know that you a lame, because it's something that people ain't
Yeah.
really saying. You know what I'm saying? It's something that dang, I ain't heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had actually reviewed that song, and I was like, I saw in the comment, and he said, I don't know if I would want somebody to say, hey, like with me. I'm like, so you want somebody to lie, tell the
They
truth?
say I'm in love now.
You
Come
would say
on.
I'm in love with
Yeah.
you? You don't even know me. Like,
Exactly.
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 So, yeah.
Where's your inspiration come from, my brother?
Oh, boy. aside from the groups that I grew up with, life experiences, you know, life experiences, real things that happen to you, you know what I'm saying? I think that's like what every artist's inspiration comes from. You know, you talk about what happened to you. You can't be authentic if you never experienced it.
Gotcha.
That's where all your hits come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So life experiences, the best teacher, and that's where all my inspiration come from. Or I get around and I hear something, like if I listen to the radio and I hear like a good melody, you know, if I hear a good melody, a good track,
Spark something in you.
spark something. Hey, let's get ready and do this right here. Oh, I got an idea.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Man, you did this hell of a cover for Boot Up.
Oh, the boot up.
Yeah.
Boot Up. We
And
gotta
you
check that one out.
did one of my favorite songs from my favorite old school band is Jodeci.
Jodeci.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get in there with the
Yeah, yeah. When you did that, I say,
You not hit the ooh yeah, Wayne?
no, I can't. When he did that, I say, boy, guess what? We leave him listening to Jodeci in the car, cause that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
A Diary of a Mad Band.
That I like. That's my favorite Jodeci
That's
album.
To this
Yeah.
day.
That's my
Hey,
favorite
come on.
Jodeci album.
To this day, man. And you know what? Let's get into it.
Okay.
Can I play that?
You sure can.
And then
By all means,
can I backdoor with something?
go right ahead.
Okay, let's do it.
You know.
Texas 101 Jams,
Yes,
Movers
sir.
and Shakers, DJ Wayne here.
DT.
JY.
And we in here with
Chosen.
Chosen.
Hey.
And we're about to play some grooves for y'all. That sound old, don't it?
No, that's cool. Keep it authentic.
No, you gotta. We about to play some
Marco
grooves.
Spoon.
Yeah, the
Quiet
smooth
storm.
grooves.
Let's go, man. We ain't playing with y'all.
Alright, man. That's what's up.
Remember that Martin episode when he composed the Gina? When he had
Oh yeah, when Brian McKnight came out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that's what I wanted to say when you were talking about all the artists and everything. I was like, dude, when Brian McKnight came, though, I mean, that like,
That was one of
they shut it down. I was like, yeah, ain't nobody else right now.
That was definitely one of them. That was actually Brian McKnight. Like with CDs. Like when I first got like CDs, that was the first album I got.
Ain't nobody got time
I'm
for
already recording. We good.
13.
What's up, man? Texas 101 Jams. It's your boy DT.
JY.
And we're still in the building with your Chosen, man.
Hey. What's that?
DJ Wayne Head had to shoot off, man. He had to go check out the little man in the school program. You know, the kids are important.
Oh man, you gotta do that.
You gotta raise the kids.
Gotta be
Raise
there
it
for the
right.
kids, for the little
Raise
ones,
it right.
man.
Do it right.
Already.
So Chosen, man.
Yup.
What would you consider like a dream collab for you?
Shoot. Man, hands down, I always wanted to work with Babyface.
Babyface up.
Yeah. I mean, cause like I said, such a prolific writer. I mean, just astounding. Like
Yeah, you know
he
you gonna put something
did,
together.
he did when he did the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he took
Very good
a soundtrack. He made nothing but female artists
Mm-hmm.
and wrote all of those songs. And
Yo,
it's like,
soundtrack.
ever since I seen that, and I was like, man, you know, you versatile and you can write for women.
Mm-hmm.
You can write for women as well as write songs, you know, love songs for, you know, as men, as a man, and still write
For
for
a
women.
woman.
And then your soundtrack is like one of the best selling soundtracks. For one of the, because that movie did real good
It
back
really
then.
did.
That movie was, I mean, that got me right there.
That's I guess a staple.
Yeah.
You know, that movie and the soundtrack too, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, so that's what got me. So that would be, you know, that'd be my dream collab. You know, of course, doing something with Boys to Men, but like I said, man, hands down, Babyface.
So you want to be on the song with Wanye Morris?
Man, sure. You see, Wanye here, you know, he'd take the reins on that one because one, yeah, he
got runs for days.
He got runs for days, man. So it's like, but any of boys to men, I would love to work with, man. So
No doubt.
Dope.
had given the chance, I put my best at the forefront.
But speaking of Babyface, man, do you see yourself writing for others?
Yeah.
Have you written for someone?
Yeah.
I've written a lot, but I haven't had the opportunity to just write a song for anybody, So, because I was just really honing my skills, you know what I'm saying, and just really
Perfecting
trying to
your
figure out
craft.
what it is. Yeah, perfecting my
Gotcha.
craft. So, it was what was I finna say?
I don't know everybody out there in Radio Land. I mean, if y'all pick up this Versus song right here, man, it look like this man and pretty much, got that
Like he got
craft
some
down.
stuff on his mind that
Versus.
he's
You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
relate.
That craft, that time he took honing his craft, it looked like it's here.
Yeah, it was time for Versus to get done. To get.
Pulling some of that stuff on YouTube, you'd be like, oh my god.
But that's if you still like that whole the whole R&B, what I call feel good era R&B.
Okay.
Because I just wanted to, because that's pretty much what Versus is. Versus is just a collective of what felt good to me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to do what feels good to you. Once I get this out the way, you know what I'm saying, and do this, then I can build up on I can build up on a lot of what catches the ears now. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I had to get this out the way because I'm more of a balladeer than anything. I like ballads and real good. I like the slow stuff.
You like to sing.
Gotcha. So Versus is like, man, if you need your real feel good R&B fix, then that's the album for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got a little bit for everybody else, but it's mostly catering to the R&B that molded me, that sculpted me.
So, just to jump in on something that you said, it's that feel good music and everything. I grew up in that whole era right there. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. That's the type of music that I feel like a lot of us are missing right now. So, on that particular note, what do you think about where music is now? And we're gonna say we're not gonna even step into the whole rap genre.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Because
Let's stick to R&B.
that's on a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? So many different levels of
Let's
everything
keep it R&B.
right there.
Let's keep it
So,
R&B.
even on R&B right now, you know what I'm saying? You still got the #1 artist out there right now, Chris Brown. Still #1 as far as R&B guys go. But even Chris Brown's music has
Pop.
It's gone from R&B now to I guess you could say that straight pop sound. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like that whole R&B anymore. You know what I mean? So here, if that's just me talking and saying my piece on it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about it? Where you? You there? You in the trenches right now? There you go.
It's always been there. And that's been there ever since Tina Marie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm with Dawn Perignon, and you best believe the Square Biz.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With Tina Marie, she, of course we knew she had pipes. Of course we know, I keep forgetting what the Ivory Queen. Like, Ivory Queen of Soul, I think that's what they called her.
Oh, really?
Something like that. Ivory Queen.
I don't remember it, but I can see that.
But it was Ivory something. And, you heard her sing. But then she came up with the rap in Square Biz. So, it's always been there. Then you got Missy Elliott, of course. Missy Elliott, she started out rapping, but then you can tell that she can croon, she can sing. You know what I'm saying? So, with the way music is now, I think that it was always going to get to this point. But now it doesn't have as many shackles. Because now artists have more free reign on what it is they want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when you go to Chris Brown, like Chris Brown's a threat. Cause when he was younger, you know, when he was younger, let me see if you can run.
Yeah, he was getting it,
It
man.
was
He
like,
was getting it.
it was like, oh, you know, a lot of the people was like, the girls was like, oh, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Like this. And of course, you know, me listening, I'm like, he got it.
Like he got
Mhm.
it. Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
dude got
Feeling
it. And then the older he got, the colder he got.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Good genius, man.
yeah, well, the older he got,
No
the
denying.
colder he got. And then,
I think he started
I'm like,
experimenting.
yeah, then he started experimenting with rap, and it was like, he did the, Look at Me Now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that, look at, he
Yeah.
was coming into that, and I think he already had that in him. It was just something else that needed to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? To
Okay.
bring that aspect of him out. Because now this dude collabing with Joyner Lucas, one of my favorite MCs now.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, I'll say this,
A
man.
monster.
Yeah.
Joyner
Man,
Lucas.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'll say this, man. I mean, speaking, I gotta give my man a plug.
Okay.
Brian Angel, man. His new joints, man. I mean, I don't know if you heard it.
The
but
Vegas?
like, that's the
Man,
one.
come on, dude. The Vegas?
That's Vegas,
I
man.
told you, man, those are my brothers. Anything that they do, I'm on it. Like, dude, I'm sleep. I'm like, when is it coming out?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, when is it like I said, like I'm proud of all of them. Like Just Touch, Brian Angel,
Yeah.
Rob V.
Yeah.
All of them got music out. All of us got music out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I'm proud of all of them.
Man, that's
But
what's up.
that Vegas though, I was like, yeah. And I'm
Do you
really, really
feel like
glad to see it work.
that R&B, that real love making, not that now that R&B is
I know what you mean. You getting that it's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's real
It's
aggressive.
very aggressive.
There's
no like no
I mean,
courting.
and I think that that's
Yeah.
what I was going
no
at first to it.
caressing
Yeah.
or nothing like
Exactly,
that. Do
exactly.
you feel like that's coming back? Because I see a few artists too that's popping
it's
up.
coming back.
Like
I see a lot of the
Sir
older artists
is
coming
one
back
of
to
them.
it now.
Yeah, it's
Lucky
coming
Day is
Right.
a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see a
they
lot of
bringing it
older
back.
artists bringing it back,
Yeah.
man. for
It's
real.
coming back. I mean, you gotta have somebody on the front lines, man, to lead the charge. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
It's like I said in that song Elevate. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like there's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for you to be right now is here next to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's I mean, I look at it kind of like, you know how you get this, like you get this toy for Christmas,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you got your toy or whatever, and your little kid brother want to play with it, and you like, man, you gonna break it. You
Yeah.
might be like,
And
let
you
him
don't treat
play
it like
with
you
it.
treat it.
Let him play with it, like, and you be like, all right, you let him play with it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they say, let him play with it.
Okay.
Eventually he'll get tired of it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
So
exactly.
you let them play with it, and when they get
I
tired,
got you. I see where
you
you're
get it
going
back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it'll always repeat. You know, the history repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Just like these
It sure
clothes
does.
and these shoes, yep, always,
Yeah.
always. Now, let's slide on into this other thing. Wayne here just said you got a listening party coming up
Tomorrow,
tomorrow.
baby.
Tell us about
Tomorrow
this. Tell us about this
night.
listening party, man.
All right, first I gotta give a shout out to Soaring High Entertainment, Lady Nate and Lola of Soaring High Entertainment for putting this together.
Shout
No
out.
doubt.
Came
Shout
at
out.
me and was like, "We need to do a listening party." And I was like, "I ain't never been to no listening party."
Lady Nate.
But I'm like,
There she go.
I ain't opposed to it, so
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go
yeah.
do it, make it do what it do. So tomorrow
Yeah.
at Fire and Flare Lounge, 13515 Bama, North Houston on the north.
On the
It's
nose.
on
Say
the
it
north,
again,
my
say it
side.
again.
Yes, sir.
13515 Bama, North Houston on the north side.
Oh, they having a Halloween party there too. I mean, costume party. or
Costa,
something at the
yeah, I
same
think it's
time?
like at the same,
Okay.
like right after that, then, you know, it's not only gonna be the listening party for verses, you know, you're gonna have a cipher at the end, and you got a couple more, we got a couple more, artists that's gonna be there. You know, I got a couple guests, I got a
Okay.
guest, actually, that's gonna be there with me. Got the DCL band, you know, that's gonna be performing. I'm gonna do a couple of cuts live, but it's a listening party. You know, I'm gonna do a couple of cuts live, but then you know we can just sit back and we're gonna chill and listen to verses. And then if you don't have it and you come to the party, you're gonna be like, well, why didn't I get this album? You know, and so
Yeah, yeah.
that's pretty much
Give 'em a
what we
little
got
ski
going on.
taste.
We're gonna give you a ski taste
Gotcha.
and let you see what the half is with the verses album. So that's pretty much what we got going on with that one tomorrow. That's the verses part.
Thinking I might slide on through, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be real. So with that, you know what I'm saying, we got like 9 minutes before we get out of here and
Gotcha.
everything, man. So go ahead, give us plug in how everybody can get with you, get in touch
What-
with you, how they can
Before he do that,
Alright.
I just want to ask, with this Versus album, what do you want your listeners to get from it?
Oh yeah.
Man, I mean, when I did Versus, I wanted Versus like we were talking about. Remember what you were saying earlier about how R&B now is just so aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's like it ain't no. It's give me this loving, or let me have this, or I love you, but I got another way of showing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it, but this. Okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like one of them. It's like it's just like it's like super alpha. Like there ain't no feeling. But like the era that we grew up in, man, it was okay to cry over a girl. Yeah. It was okay to sit up and tell her, "I'm gonna do this for you." Like Joe, it didn't show. What I'm saying?
Now,
like when Joe,
R&B now don't really show emotion.
They're not showing no emotion. You know
it's
what
all
I'm saying?
about.
So and then you wonder why you losing your woman to. That's another conversation.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But you're not showing your woman what it is that why she should keep you around. You know what I'm saying? So with the Versus album, I wanted to have it. I wanted something therapeutic. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. That dude, just because times change, that don't necessarily mean that you stop feeling. You can sit up there and play that hard stuff. I got a song on Versus called Breathe. So I got a song on Versus called Breathe. So if you ever go around, you can find it on Spotify and all of your digital platforms. Right. Anyway, you can even, if you want to do it that way, you can even find it on YouTube. The whole Versus album is on YouTube. Okay. Right. So I got a song called Breathe, and basically Breathe is about, you just messed up the best thing that you ever had. Like you never know what is, you never know what you had till it's gone, till you're all alone, checking missed calls on your phone, looking for the text to say that she's coming home. Man. You know what I'm saying? So you done been there. I don't care how hard you trying to say you are, how thugged out you can say you are, bruh. If that right one you let get away, it's gonna hit you.
Oh, always. Man.
So I got a little, like I said, I got a little something for everything. You know what I'm saying? Versus is the reason why it's called Versus is because of everything that you go through and everything that you can come against. You can be. It's like in the beginning of the album, the intro. The greatest adversary you will ever face is yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So some people is pride, and when it's pride, it's like. Sometimes that's how you lose your woman. I love it, but I ain't
pride can block you from a lot of blessings. Just one more question before we get out of here.
All right.
If you were to approach someone that's never heard of CHOZ1N ever before, and they want to find out what CHOZ1N is about, what would be that one song you would tell them? Listen to this song.
Listen to this
song.
Like
working with this man right here. Like working with
man, to find out what CHOZ1N is about.
That would best describe CHOZ1N.
Best describe
and what he stands for.
So, if I had to pick one, it would have to be, it'd have to be Walk Out on Me. And the reason why I say Walk Out on Me is because as a man, I believe every man has had something that they worked hard for, and nobody else could see that vision but them. So imagine you working hard for somebody or working hard for something that you got a woman attached to you. She don't see the fruits of your labor and she wind up leaving you. And she wind up leaving you. And when things start actually happening for you, and they look back and they be like, dang, I should have never left this.
The regret starts
sinking in.
I
can't say how many times that shit did not already happen.
So it was like, and it's not just you not just me showing you who I am. Every man has a story like that. So that would be, it's two sides to that question, because it's not just me showing you me. It's showing you, hey, you done been through this too.
Gotcha.
So that'll be that one.
It's relatable.
Be relatable.
All right, man. So yeah, back to it again. Go ahead and tell the listening audience, man, how they can get in touch with you. The Instagrams, the Facebooks,
the MySpace.
Got you, MySpace. I remember MySpace. So on Instagram, where pretty much I'm most active on Instagram. You can follow me at CHOZ, the number 1N. 0121, so that's at CHOZ1N 0121, CHOZ1N 0121. On Facebook, follow me at Ro Derrick, RODERICK. I had to throw my government in there one time, you know what I'm saying? So that you can get a little bit. So, you know, my YouTube channel, there's a link in my Instagram that's take you straight to the And Like What You video. So while you're there watching the And Like What You video, go ahead and subscribe. That way you can see everything.
Tell them watch the whole videos.
Watch the whole video.
And turn them notifications on.
Turn them notifications on so that you'll never miss a banger. So you'll never miss what I got going on. But that's pretty much it, man. It's real easy. You find me, follow me, I follow you back. Comment. I can comment to you back right now while things is kind of light, but you know how it goes when things get bigger, you know what I'm saying? And it can be a little hard, but you know, I holler at you, man. I talk to you, you know what I'm saying? I have more, I like to look at y'all as fans, not just followers. Gotcha. So, there you have it.
All right, man. Cool. You want to give him a little something on the way out?
Oh, in a word.
You want? I mean, I can. That ain't. So
go ahead, man. Want to give him a little something on the way out, and everybody. Hey, thank y'all for listening. How it go?
Well, and there you have it. In the words of DJ Wayne here.
DJ Wayne, there you have it.
CHOZ1N gonna take us out.
What we got going on? So it's
Since the presence in this room, the aroma of a sweet perfume, no rules, no disguise. When her eyes met with mine, I knew exactly what I had to do. Made my way to plead my case. Surprised that she met me halfway. But when I opened my mouth to say what I had rehearsed in my head, I kissed her hand and spoke these words instead. Hola, señorita, eres muy bonita. Think I'm in life with you. Do you know a place where we can be alone together? Somewhere that you and me can get to know each other better.
Already.
Somebody about to make some babies out there.
There it is, y'all. All right, Moves and Shaker Show. This is JY. DJ Wayne here to Zide.
ASAP is out.
All right, y'all. We're going to catch y'all next week.
all right.
Same
It's
time,
another one.
same place.
Another one.